Welcome to Shadowtide Island and the military fighting arena. The soil of this arena sits upon a nexus where magic, steel, and blood all converged as the might and cunning of two civilizations collided. Although none of the settlers of this island were aware, it was once an ancient Netherese floating city. Long ago, the enormous floating rock was a massive mountain cut from the earth with spells this world has not seen in eons, upturned and lifted into the skies. A civil war ended their existence in a violent magical cataclysm, but the Netherese city remained hidden, its inhabitants scattered into the weave, its magical secrets lost to time, until one day it fell. The mass of an entire civilization crashed through the open ocean and hundreds of feet into the rock below, piercing into the Underdark. The newly formed island was not on any navigation maps, and when a kingdom of men and dwarves were able to safely settle it, they began to dig and found riches beyond their imaginations. The denizens of the dark who had been drawn to the surface when their cavernous cities collapsed upon them began to find strange magical runes and precious metals. They ventured upwards, and the new adventurous surface dwellers dug deeper until one day they dug too deep and found they were not alone. This is the place where they met. This arena was built on the site of the first battle with the Drow, the battle that led to a war. Now, I'm sure you have your questions. Why am I here? What's happening? What gives you the right to just open dimensional gateways to far-off lands and force unsuspecting adventurers into a battle to the death? Believe me, I've heard it all. I've done this a few times now, and I get it. You're worried, perhaps even afraid. Well, what's done is done. All you need to know is that you're about to enter a tournament where you're going to literally fight for your life. Not to worry, win and you're home free. You can go back to your life and keep doing what you do best. For a while at least. Lose and, well, try not to lose. It can get complicated. Each of you here have been chosen by the Weave, Mistra's gift and curse to us all. For most of you, the sacrifice made here today will be the greatest accomplishment of your otherwise senseless existences. However, one among you may possess the aptitudes required to do what must be done next.
welcome, and I think we're ready to go, so let's kick this thing off. You guys have had another week or two in between battles, knowing you're coming back here, knowing the shtick of things at this point. You have had some downtime. I guess we'll start with a little bit of a introduction to your character and what you might have been up to in the last couple weeks. Start with whoever's on the left here. It looks like YORRIK.
Okay. YORRIK has been just milling around his temple. Nothing out of the ordinary. He's been a little bit more anxious than normal, but like an excited anxious. Been praying a lot more. Even adding in a few little prayers for snakes here and there. But that's just between him and his god, I guess. But yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary. He's just been working away.
This time when you get pulled through the portal, you hear the Lich give you a message. Also says, basically one of your additional incentives here might be that the winner of this tournament shall have access to some very interesting materials. Stuff that even Hephaestus himself would covet. Come.
Now that is quite the offer there, but we'll just have to say I don't like to get my hopes up too much. Just keep my head down. Just go for it.
And you are shooting through that portal back into this room that you cannot escape except through this exit into the arena. And there you see a knight in shining armor, literally. What have you been up to for the last couple of weeks, MEHAN?
I am excited to be back. After defeating that goofy Dr. Gadget or whatever he called himself, my campaign took a swift upturn once again. We've laid the final siege plans for the kingdom that I'm about to take over, and I feel like if I win this battle, Bahamut shall bless my victory, and I shall complete my conquest.
And on that thought of conquest, you are pulled through again, and you hear the Lich's voice echoing, saying, "Conquest is what you desire, is it? Well, the battles that I plan to wage, let's just say, win, and you will be invited."
All glory to Bahamut.
And you just hear his voice echo in your head as you are transported through to this room as well. And as you both arrive here, the merchant smiles and looks up and, "Hey, good to see you again. I'll be back here if you need anything." And you guys have your items that you've won from your previous competitors, and you can trade those in now. And as you know, the rules this time are that you have 3 magic items and 3 magical consumables maximum. And so things have been tightened up a little bit in that department. And the Lich hopes that more damage will result. And more death and chaos. And so, as that, with that in mind, what are you guys, YORRIK, what are you doing here in this room as you have a little bit of time to spare and you see your opponent show up? Do you have anything to say or anything you want to achieve before the fight?
He's just gonna give him trying to size him up a little bit. How strong does he look? What's he wearing? Is he carrying any sort of special weapon that I might be familiar with?
Well, there's definitely a weapon in his hand.
Full plate armor, shining in gold and silver brilliance, with a warhammer and a shield with the emblem of Bahamut, the dragon god of conquest.
Race-wise, what am I seeing?
I'm a human.
Human, okay.
And not all that imposing, only about 5'8", and not very big.
Still 8 inches taller than me.
Fair enough.
I guess you were looking at about a 5-foot dwarf. He's a little bit more lean than most that you would see. Also in full plate, with a shield with the symbol of Moradin, the dwarven god. He has a Spartan-like helmet with a feather plume that has since been fixed from his very first fight. That was chopped off a little bit. But yeah, he is just kind of quiet, keeping to himself, just looking around, keeping a keen eye out.
And I don't know if he'll beat me, but if he does and he goes first, I'm going to stand, so he has to walk in my aura of conquering presence.
You're going to stand... Oh, right there?
Yeah, so he has to walk through it to get to the portal. Give him a little shake up before we start this.
Okay. So there is this aura around here where you are... It's visible even, especially to you, being a man of faith as well. This is a sort of battle of faith, it seems, as both of you have affinities, the spiritual realm. And so, on that note, as you stare each other down, sizing each other up, let's roll some initiative.
Ooh, coming in hot with the 12. Oh, we tied.
Oh,
I think he wins it though, right?
I do win this one.
Better decks.
better decks. All right.
I see that you also are quite the alert gentleman there.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Quite the alert.
That suits me fine.
So yeah, you can go ahead and walk into the arena.
I will try to avoid this little aura if I can.
It doesn't seem like you can. You have to seemingly walk through this continuous presence.
There's no negative mechanic effect, but I sure seem like a jerk when you walk through it. A little uneasy.
You don't move whatsoever.
I walk through this, I take a second, and I figure out what it feels like. I'm like, okay, we're not going to feel this during the match. And I continue on. It'll let me move. There we go.
That should there you go.
All right. Let me get placed real quick. What can I see from here? I will place myself right here. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, here I come.
So as you walk through the portal and emerge on the other side of the arena, you notice that there's the same barricade up here in front of these dragon heads. So you maybe need to move. Yeah, okay, you're good. There is the same barricade in front for you as well, and you're standing in front of it already, YORRIK. You cannot see through the pillar in the center or any of these pillars here that have been erected somehow in this arena space. The coffins or the sarcophagi that used to be on the side that you start on are now on the edges here. seems a few more things have changed this round, and the Lich wants to test your ability to adapt. You cannot see through these pillars. They raise all the way up to the ceiling. They are 5 foot by 5 foot by 40 foot tall. They block your path and your vision from your opponent, so you cannot see each other when setting up unless you're outside of the pillar area. That's why you cannot see each other. If you can't see each other right now, you can't see each other during the fight, right? Let's see. There's 3 traps still, as you have been informed by the Lich on your journey here. The 3 traps are as follows. The fire breath of the dragons, whether it be cold, fire, acid, or necrotic breath, they will be having the same breath as before, where if you are in the zone, you can be targeted, and a bonus action and a hit dice to use that, and it will automatically change the aura of the breath weapon for the next attack. If you roll high enough on your intelligence check, when activating the trap, you can choose what item or which breath damage type you want to use. The second trap is the Falling Rocks trap. If a creature ends its turn flying, you can pull the Falling Rocks trap. Anywhere in the arena, they can be targeted, brought down, and if they fail a dex save, they will be prone. And then that's a bonus action and a hit dice as well. And third switch is the Sarcophagi switch. And this time you require either 2 hit dice for a CR2 creature, or 3 hit dice for a CR3 creature to join your side in the battle. It will roll its own initiative and join in on the turn order, however, and you will be able to tell me what it does, and I will control it, or maybe I will give you control, if I can. So, okay.
All right.
Left, my man.
You too.
So as the barricades, the familiar barricades go up again, magically stopping you from leaving this place, the hit dice materialize around you and start to float around, allowing you to gather them again. Except this time there is one more than last time, as you have been imbued with a level up upon arriving here. What would you like to do?
I am going to... I can't see him. Going to take step forward, see if I can see any better. Cannot. Right. Then so did you get my message?
No problem. I will make a note of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I am going to hold my action.
Oops.
To cast a spell that will activate when I see MEHAN. That I will use when I see him.
Okay, send me the spell you would like to cast in a message as well. So when you see anybody, you will cast a spell.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so as the hit dice shift away from you and towards your opponent, MEHAN, you see them materialize around you before you begin to walk away.
MEHAN starts a chant. Ad Ahamat, asking him for protection in this fight against an unknown foe. I rock Shield of Faith. As I cast Shield of Faith, I use my action to take my potion of speed.
Okay.
So both of those will add
Let's do
That'll add another 2 armor class.
Okay. So your movement speed go up as well. Your AC up by 2. Is it already done?
It needs to go up 2 more.
Needs to go 2 more.
And
I see how it is. Here,
I'm gonna
hold on.
I'm gonna use my move action. How tall is this thing in the center here?
That's a 10-foot pillar, but on top of that pillar, there are those beams of light. So it's basically a light box that goes all the way up, and it's a 40-foot tall pillar, 10 feet by 10 feet.
But the physical structure's 10 foot.
Yeah, you can't get over it, or you can't see through it. But
Good. I'm gonna throw something. Hopefully it
you can't go through that. You would know that. Nothing can go through.
okay.
It's a wall, basically.
Well then,
But it's
we're gonna
made
go.
of shimmering lights.
We're gonna go to here then. Man can see. That looks
I
like
can.
Okay, you can see him now.
All
and
right.
you can use your held action. That's how that works. Phew. So now you should be able to use your...
Yeah.
If I succeeded, I take no damage, or I take a lot.
You take half damage.
half damage. So
Right.
that's 6
I'm gonna.
psychic damage.
You hear this like whispering, like, turn head, go, turn it around, and this like clanging behind it. But I guess your ward protects against that.
All right. I'm gonna use my hasted action. Interact. Use an object. I'm gonna pull a bead from my necklace. I'm gonna chuck it right at him.
So you should be able to place a template.
I did.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Kaboom.
All right.
Fireball
Oh, no.
explodes
Okay.
as this bead hits the ground.
So this should give me advantage. I should have advantage on this.
Okay, you can usually click the advantage button there.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, double fail.
Oh no. So that's
so
a...
That's
yeah,
10
the first one
damage.
was better. The first one you rolled a
Yeah.
10, so... a 13 fails for
10 damage.
10 damage.
No, 20.
10.
Noticing...
Unless you have something else. No stress.
Well, yeah, no, it only does 10.
So I'm gonna duck back behind there, and I start kind of banging the side of my helmet, trying to get these weird whispers out. Something's wrong with my ears. Clear.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right, and as that fireball dissipates away, and YORRIK, the hit dice, move towards you at the end of round 1, having MEHAN scoring 10 points of damage to your 6 from the whisper. 1 score for MEHAN on the banners that have fallen to keep score. Round
All right.
2.
I am going to scoot up 5. See what that gets me. 10. I can see him.
Yeah, it's half cover from there.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to cast Wall of Fire. And I want as a ring. And how would it interact with the center pillar?
Well, you don't really know, but the center pillar doesn't seem to be. It's not just a normal pillar; it's magical. In the center of it, in that dice area, there's a constant beam, like a waterfall, of rainbowy colors of energy flowing up, basically out of this dice into these 4 colored crystals around it. So it's definitely some magic going on in there.
Then, okay, so I'm going to cast it as a ring with, I want to center it here on, hold on this square. So put him in the radius, cast that at 4th level. I see like just the very tip of his foot, earlier. See just the tip of his foot, and I like see where he's centered, and so I went to cast, and I see the aura as well, and I went to cast Wall of Fire, where it just gets him in it.
So go ahead and place that template.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Crushed it.
Where it catches him. There we go.
I do have. Hey, victory.
Excellent save with your potion you took, right?
Yep.
Allowing you to have advantage on dexterity saves. No? Just the one we
That
just
is
did.
correct. I got 10 damage, and I should be at 80.
You should be at 80.
I'm at the right HP.
Wall of Fire goes up.
And I see that I can see that it just gets him, and then I will scoot back. That was 5 feet of movement. No, 10 feet of movement, and then okay, there we go. But one more back diagonal.
One more back diagonal. That's
right here.
Okay. There you go. So, you have thrown a fireball. Not a fireball, a wall of fire after he throws a fireball. And it's trapping him inside of the fire, inside of the wall. And that's not outside, inside?
Inside, yeah.
Yep. And then you ran over here, and that's it?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. So YORRIK has done 10 damage, and the hit dice move towards MEHAN. MEHAN, you start your turn inside of this column of fire.
I can move freely out of it.
Yes, but it'll cost you another saving throw, I believe.
So I think it's just creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
So on your turn, you enter the wall by going through it.
Yeah, you have to go through the wall basically in order to.
But it says enters the wall for the first time, but didn't
on its turn.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's on its turn, so it hits you once on
Lay
the
it on
casting
me.
round, and then once on the next round, basically.
Oh, good.
So
Lay it on me.
Continuous effect. So I'm just wondering, do we make another dexterity save?
It's the dex save again, so would I just
wait.
click to roll damage?
Wait 1 sec. One side of the wall, selected when you cast a spell, deals fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet, or inside the wall, a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time, or ends its turn there.
I think it means just the 5d8.
Yeah, so I think it's the 20 again?
Do I have to roll again?
No, I think it's the same damage, like the 20. Yeah, so it's just 20 damage though to move through the wall.
Okay.
With a dex save.
Yeah.
Or do I just take the 10 because I already made one?
Oh no.
I think it's 20 damage. The way I'm reading it there, it looks like just 20 damage, right? You can make a dex save when it's cast, but when you walk through the wall.
The dex save only applies when the wall is cast.
Yeah, when you walk through the wall, you take the same damage.
Yeah. So it is the 20 damage if we're just sticking with the same damage that I rolled the first time. So.
That's fine. We good? If I take 20, everybody's happy?
I think that's the way that works, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna move up. And we're gonna rock some Warhammer attacks as I sing Song of Battle. Muhammad. I can hit you.
And the Warhammer swings.
hit. On my first hit, excited, I call to my god to empower the strike even. Normal damage. Rocking a divine smite. Bahamut blesses.
Wow.
Oh, only an extra 3.
Okay, so concentration save for the wall of fire.
Oh.
And you save. But that is a total of 15 damage there.
Gonna take my second attack. Which looks miss.
The warhammer swings straight into the
And
armor of the Forge Cleric.
getting a little twitchy. We're gonna use our haste to do another full attack. I think. Not do very good there.
So how do you defend against these warhammer blows?
I just bring up my shield and like hit him back and forth and back and forth.
Oh, we got another attack?
Yep, and we're also going to imbue this one once again with
Hold on
divine.
just a second. Is that attack number 4?
Yep.
Haste. He has haste.
So you have multi-attack with 2 attacks, right?
Yep.
Haste
I
is
use
the
a
third
full
attack.
standard. How do you get a full standard action? Don't you?
Yeah, that's it. You can't do it. You can't do it 4 attacks with it. You don't get multi-attack again. You can only do an extra attack.
Fair enough.
So the 4th attack
that
doesn't happen.
one didn't happen then.
So you receive 17 hit points back. You receive a spell slot back because you used Divine Smite without listening. And
Good. My apologies.
no, I'll put that back for you. Just give me a second. So 17 and 9. Correct? Or was
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 and 9. And then I'll put your spell slot back for Smite.
Oh, the first damage is halved. Should
Okay,
be.
give me a sec. I'm doing the other thing now.
I don't know. Do you get the half for radiant damages?
All damage.
Unfortunate. All right,
Correct.
bonus action. Cast and a large warhammer with the emblem of Bahamut on the side appear right next to you.
Nice.
Misses. Unfortunate. Some poor rolls with some tough armor.
And you're the one with extra 4 to their AC with this.
We'll see, man. About to cast a bunch of spells.
Okay,
See,
so
All done for me.
the warhammers come out, clang, clang, clang. First one gets through and does some damage. A total of 15?
But halved because of my potion.
Right. So then
I took a potion of invulnerability. That
That's
was
true.
the mysterious thing that I did, by the way.
All good.
end of the round, the wall of fire did more damage, and at the end of round 2, we are now tied 1-1 with the wall of fire burning on the other side of the arena, and a spiritual weapon threatening YORRIK.
Okay. Alright, the aura doesn't do anything to me, correct?
Makes you feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Little antsy.
It puts ants on you.
I should have prepped infestation, or whatever that spell is. But I am going to...
No, it's just ants that like grabbing cheeks.
Yeah.
That's pretty uncomfortable.
Oh, have you made con saves for Shield of Faith?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, a pass. And a pass.
And then one more.
So first the Dissonant Whispers, then the casting of the wall of fire,
Mhm.
and then walking
And
through
then
the
the-
wall of fire. And through all of that, you maintained your concentration, steadfast in your approach to Yorick. So Yorick, round 3 begins. Hit dice are around your head.
All right. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
Okay, so you cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
Isn't it?
Standing
level.
inside of his aura, feeling uncomfortable. You try to make him feel uncomfortable back. So Mehan, how do you resist these whispers?
With these whispers in my head, I scream to Bahamut, get these voices out of my head. What's happening here?
I walk right here first.
Over to the side of him?
Right here. Yeah. So that's 10 feet. $15, $20, 15, 20, 25.
I get an attack when he.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you walk to that 15 spot there, you can use your reaction to swing your hammer.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Yorick sliding away, hearing a thud behind him as the stones on the ground come apart, the mortar between them shattering.
And right here.
So end of your turn, you've dealt 5 damage in round 3, and Mehan, the dice spin towards you and start circling your head. You see Yorick backing away down this corridor between the sarcophagus and the console in the center.
Run after him and say, Don't run away from me. But behind him. And Warhammer attacks coming again.
Again, parrying your giant club's blows.
Man, I cannot buy a hit. Here we go for the final hasted action attack. Ooh. Frustrated with missing the guy so many times, I'm going to use divine ability to call on Bahamut to guide my strike.
Okay. So that would change that to a 25.
Correct.
Does a 25 hit you, Yorick?
Yes.
So 25 comes through.
Also going to imbue it further with the power of Bahamut for a divine smite.
Okay, so the 18 is 9.
Mm-hmm.
Additional. That's awful. 11 damage.
And the radiant is also reduced, so you get 3 back. You succeeded the first time. That's all that matters, because
Yeah.
it's one attack with all of the energies going into it at once.
Can you replace the wall of fire?
Yes,
Yes.
I can.
Thank you.
Just gonna have to cast it again, but I won't use their spell slot. Right here?
Right here, yeah.
Alright. Customize formula. I wonder if I can make it just 20. I can't. Oh well. Doesn't matter. That's just an extra. What? Let's go. I've rolled a 20. Okay, so the wall of fire is still up. The concentration is maintained after the smite comes through. The smite total did 2 plus the attack did 9, so that's 11 points of damage this round.
Perfect. This Warhammer is just going to move up right behind.
Okay, so Channel Divinity does not cost you anything, right?
It's just a one-time per long rest.
Right, it's not a bonus action or anything?
No.
It's part of the action.
Okay, so the Warhammer, that's 20 feet? How far
Yeah,
does it
just
move?
right behind me. Itching to hit this guy again.
Yeah, but it only has 20 feet of movement?
Correct.
Yes, okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, so at the end of round 3, something strange happens. Both of you hear the Lich laughter as you look back towards your respective corners and notice that, well, if you basically hear it if you don't see it. There is a shrill sound of a creature, and you both know, for some reason, somehow, you know that something is after you now as well. And the Lich has tried to make things a little more interesting for himself, as 2 creatures have been sent into the arena, one after each of you. They appear, you both get a glimpse of these things. The reason I'm telling you both get a glimpse of them is because I don't want anybody to be surprised or whatever by the thing where you're standing or you didn't see it or whatever. So you see it like jut in and out of your vision and just around a pillar for a second as it's approaching you, kind of thing, right? And at the top of the initiative order, basically, these things will get their turn. So they start moving around the pillars and closing in from either direction. One towards either one of you. And the creatures themselves appear hunched over, their skin completely covered in poisonous, necrotic-looking tissue. They're cloaked. They have, as you see it in the cloak, like in the middle of the cloak where you'd normally see just a chest or whatnot, is an actual hole where their heart would be, and it's like a torn out, missing heart. And they are just pure, their faces just exude pure torture, torment, as they approach you both, and you are both have the choice now. You have this moment in the battle where you have an opportunity to either focus on your opponent or focus on this creature. It looks like you're both being targeted by one. And so, I'm going to add these guys to the initiative. So at the top of round 4, as MEHAN won round 3 and the score is 2-1, these creatures approach. And the one that's approaching from this side is targeting YORRIK. So even though you are farther away, he targets you here. He basically, as soon as you look at him and you stare into that face for a second, you feel your insides shiver. And you must make a saving throw.
Is this a magical effect?
This is a creature's skill.
Okay.
An innate trait of these creatures. So you failed the saving throw. It is a Constitution save, and you feel this necrotic energy go through you, and it basically it goes against your very essence. Your holy aura is directly opposed with this creature. This is all this thing wants is death and devastation. And so it does 18 damage this round.
Out to 9.
Fail. Halved to 9, yes. So let's put that plus 9. As you too, Mehan, feel the same shivery presence in your spine and in your soul, your very being. This thing is trying to invade your essence as it stares through you. And you will have to make a wisdom save, or a constitution save, sorry. Succeeding and taking only half damage. The damage that the Lich does to you is not counted towards your opponent's damage. As the hit dice now move towards you, YORRIK, Mehan is up 2 to 1. Your constitution saving throw is a 10 to maintain the wall of fire.
Yes.
Just made it.
All right. You said only one is after us, correct?
One each. And the one that came out of your side is after you.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of going opposite now because you're on his side and he's on your side.
So would I think that this one is trying to get me as well, or would attack me?
It appears to have been affecting. You notice that the one that is coming from in front of you each, the opposite. You know what I'm saying? You're being flanked by your opposing. The one that came out of your door is the one that wants you, and likewise for your opponent.
Okay.
You're both wise enough to understand that's what's happening. The Lich has let's see how you handle a little extra adversity.
How tall is the thing? This coffin?
Like 3 feet.
I will burn. Start with 1 hit die. See how much that gets me. Oh, nice. I'll burn 1 more.
Another good roll.
Oh, okay. Okay, so with that, I'm going to hop up here. That's 5 feet. Will it let me? It's just to move.
I think I can get you up there.
Okay, 5, and then put me, and then here.
Okay. 10 feet of movement. No problem.
Okay.
Those are short enough that you can, unless you're small sized, you can hop up on them without any loss of movement.
You see me struggle. There's like, shit. I just can barely get up. He's a dwarf after all. And so, excuse me, with my action, I'm going to cast Word of Radiance.
Right on.
And I think it's centered on me, correct?
I believe so. That's the cantrip, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So it bursts out from you.
Oh, okay. I did math wrong, but.
And used to be 1d6, so it's be 2d6.
Okay. So.
Constitution saving throw, or for everyone within that range of feet. So it'd be basically just.
I
your opponent.
don't know how to do math, so we're just gonna live with that.
Okay. What's the spell save DC?
18.
18. Constitution request. So Mehan is required to stand against your radiance of the Forge Gods. The Mehan 14 was not enough, so you will take the 2d6, which is the 5 damage that comes out of his radiant self. And so that's 5 damage at round 3.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step.
Okay. Remember, it's wherever you click that it will Misty Step to.
Yes, and so what is my range on this again? 60?
60 or 30?
Let's see.
I think it's 30.
If it's 30 feet, then that's 5, 15, 5, 30? Or
There's a circle.
30?
There's a circle. As long as you click within that circle, you will teleport
Oh,
to
okay.
that spot.
Then I will... It's the furthest. I will... Let's just step right here.
You just have to be able to see where you're going to, I think.
Oh, I had to see?
I think so.
Oh, okay, then...
Check out
Let me
the
look up the
spell.
words of the spell.
Yeah, please do. So, knowing the rules of how to use Misty Step, and
That's
knowing
helpful.
how it clicks inside of that circle, describe what's going on.
Okay, should I move myself back to where I was?
So you've moved over, you jumped over the sarcophagus and landed on this side, and you've done your radiant blast.
So I, jump up, I go, and, I'm looking at the Bodak, but, Yorick is not the smartest, and so he does his math a little bit wrong and is not far enough over, or he, rams his fists together like this, and you just see this. I guess it's a word. So he does this, and then just says lat, and then it just bursts out from him. Or he can even see how it affects MEHAN. He just sort of clicks his heels together, which is more like a thud. And then Misty Steps.
Misty Steps, nice. So anywhere where you can see the no shadows,
Then he will... The top of the stairs are in the thing, correct?
In the mist, yes.
Okay.
In the magical
Then he
mist.
will Misty Step right here. And then with his remaining movement, he has 10 feet of movement left. 10. Okay, and that is my turn.
Okay, so you disappear behind the center console as the hit dice move towards MEHAN, and the creature... You are now surrounded by 2 creatures, but you know only one of them is coming after you.
Rock, you hit that.
Ooh, big one. Holy jeez.
That'll be good. Alright, then, bonus action. My spiritual weapon. There's 50.
Can he see me?
You can't see him,
Oh,
but
okay.
you can
I
send
move
your
first.
spiritual weapon around.
I can move first and then
Okay.
I'll move. And then here for 10. Then I'm going to use 2 more dice. Well, actually, here.
So now the spiritual
gonna
weapon
use-
can move 20 feet and it can get to that spot there.
And it can. But I'll do that at the end. So I'm going to use 2, right, to get a CR2 creature?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to use... Oh, that's my bonus action, isn't it?
Yes.
That's not how this goes.
So the
his hollow thought.
hammer should be up here.
It's fine. Leave it where it is at.
Oh, okay. So the hammer is going over here as your bonus action after you move down there. Yes?
Right behind.
That's what's happening.
Yep.
Okay.
All good, man. And then I want to go here, but it's not letting me up there.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. You can jump up onto the 3-foot thing as you
Yes.
are medium-sized.
Behind him. And we're just going to rock massive attacks. Calling to Bahamut to guide my Warhammer. We haven't been hitting very well. We do better this time. 21 miss. Second attack. And my hasted attack. Hey, I think that hits.
That hits.
That hits.
You better add in.
So how do you block these first two?
I catch one with my hand, or I block one with my shield, catch the other one with my hand, but I catch it, but it pushes me off guard, so this third one hits me right in the side.
And the third one I call once again for Bahamut's divine power. Damage. 14 plus 15, so 29 total.
So that's
half.
Wow,
Yes,
2d8.
I got it.
Half to 14.
Half every time. Half to half.
So that's a total of. Just gonna make sure. Okay, Constitution save is 20, so that's gonna work. Or yeah, 17 or 20. So, but the total damage is 29.
29 total on that one.
So that's gonna be 14.
And then my spiritual weapon
I'm
will
just
also.
I'm just gonna undo the 15 damage one.
It's,
Target.
it does not. Spiritual weapon misses away.
Okay, spiritual weapons not doing as much threatening as you'd like. But
Not doing anything.
The Warhammer definitely connected there for 15 damage, or 14 damage, which is more damage than your opponent did to you this round. And that last roll saved you and got you an additional point. It is now 3-1 after round 4. And the Lich looks down at both of you watching this battle of the faith and laughs as the Bodaks approach. And they are not just regular Bodaks. They have... If you both have some knowledge of these creatures through arcane texts and the things your teachers told you one day and you were falling asleep in class sort of deal. Those kind of memories of maybe you've seen Bodaks even in your travels throughout your conquests and religious journeys, but these ones, compared to these pictures and the times you've seen them, their skin is rotting off. They are frail looking compared to the strong creatures that you have heard of in the past. They might be a little bit weaker, but also maybe a little bit more rotten than usual. And so they approach. This one, I believe, is the one going after Yorick. So it starts moving. That's 10. So they have 20 more feet of movement. This one. There's 15. That's 20 feet. So it climbs up next to you on the sarcophagus next to you. This creature climbs atop and targets your opponent, just directly attacking your opponent. But in doing so, a cloud of spores shoots out from it.
Is this a magical effect?
This is a creature skill. It's basically kind of squeezing itself and all of its poison and rot out as this cloud of dust flies off this thing, and these necrosis spores move around corners and everything. You have to make a DC 16 con save or become poisoned and take 46 necrotic damage. So both of you have made your saves. Oh no, it's Yorick has made a save. So it's going to be everybody within that range. So because you guys are in melee together, this one's attack is attacking both of you. So you are also going to have to make a DC 15 or DC 16. DC 16 Constitution save, MEHAN.
Want me to roll it?
Yes, please. I'll send you a thing if you want.
So I do have advantage on saves against.
Well, you've passed with a 16.
Yeah, but for future.
Oh.
Okay, so MEHAN, It's a Constitution saving throw. So do you have advantage or no? Or is it just on spells?
I wasn't sure if it was just poison. It's just a paladin.
Right. So this is just a. Here, I'll put the spell description or the not spell but trait description in the thing. Upon failing that, you're going to take the 4d6 necrotic damage. So 4d6 necrotic damage is 15 necrotic damage. As this thing's spores come out towards you as well. And you are now poisoned, so that at the start of your turns, you'll take 1d10 damage. So you have passed. So it's going to be... The 4d6 is 7. So the 7 turns into 3. Yes. As your Bodak makes you make a Constitution saving throw. And fail. And so now, if the wall of fire was not down already, it is now. And you've been unnerved by these creatures, even though it seems to have hurt your opponent more. It still shook you to the core. And it looks like one more of these creatures is coming in.
With the wall of fire, it couldn't have got to us. Needed to make that one, my man.
Yeah.
That was that would have been a good time.
And really, Shield of Faith for MEHAN. On save, right?
Yes. Yes, you're gonna have a DC 10 to make as well. As the spores, the 15 damage of the spores. They land on you and they just eat your life force. These necrotic.
No stress.
Okay. And then, so this guy here walks into the cloud, not a problem. It's going to do its Withering Gaze as well. MEHAN, this one looks through, the same as it did the first round, looks through the poisonous cloud of the other one, and makes you stare it down as it's looking at you for 20 damage. You make the save, making it only 10 damage on you. And then as a bonus action, this one here is going to deal 5 necrotic and 5 poison damage to each of you, unless you're undead or a fiend, as creatures within 5 feet of it, or within 30 feet of it.
And then my poison damage, I'm resistant. Oh, it doesn't stack anyway, so it's good.
So there'll be 5 damage for that, and 10 damage for you. Okay. That's their turn. Bodaks are done. It is 3-1 for MEHAN. And round 5, YORRIK's turn as the hit dice spin around his head, allowing him to spend as he wishes.
We'll roll another one, see how well that goes. We've been rolling high on hit die. And I'll burn one more.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Alright, with that then, I am going to cast Flame Strike.
Oof, okay, describe that one.
So, I look up, you just see me raise my head up, and then I, reach with my shield, and as I bring it down, it just rains down this, blindingly bright fire down, right in front of me. And so, this is an AoE, so it should... And this is at 5th level.
You should be able to cast that.
Yeah.
can place the template for that.
So, do I?
There should be a place template, or
Yeah.
wherever you click is where it'll place.
So that should get all 3 of them right there, and not me.
Hey, alt-click yourself before rolling damage. Make sure. Nice.
And then damage.
Just making sure this is actually a 10-foot cylinder.
Yes, but it's instantaneous. So, and I will roll damage. So it's half fire, half radiant, if that matters to you at all.
All right. So the rotting Bodax have to make dex saves as well. And both of them are annihilated in this instantaneous column of nothing can describe it besides holy fire. But your opponent also failed their dexterity saving throw, receiving a total of 27 damage from your flame strike.
Have anything to do with my bonus action that causes damage?
I hope not.
I, unfortunately, unless I can make an unarmed strike, I do not have.
Depends how
that
much you
ability.
like opportunity attacks too, right?
I will actually then run away. So I'll move 5 feet here. Wait for the up attack if I need it.
Okay, so you can make an opportunity attack with your reaction. You haven't used your reaction yet.
Running away again, I see.
At disadvantage,
Yeah.
correct?
Why would I be at this?
Poison?
No, it's not a poison condition. It's just while poisoned this way, you receive this much damage. It's not like
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
it's part of the trait of the thing. It's not a poison spell type thing. So it hits you as the Warhammer connects. You feel that hit your back as you run towards the console for 15
And then that's
damage.
Halved.
Halved.
Okay.
Because of your potion. So that's minus, or plus, 7? Plus 8.
Yeah, I think so.
So it takes
Okay,
7
so-
damage in the back as the Warhammer propels you forward towards the console a little bit faster.
5, 10, 15, 15, 20. Can you move me on top of this? It's still not letting me get up.
Oh, sure. 20.
And then with my bonus action, I will go ahead and take a potion of healing.
Okay.
Supreme.
So far at the end of the round 5.5, the rotting Bodax are both eliminated in the column of flame strike fire, and YORRIK, you've done 27 damage to MEHAN 7 so far. Correct?
Yes.
Normal.
There we go.
Okay. Huge heals. Nice. 37 healing from the potion. That's a big potion of healing. That's pretty superior. The hit dice move back towards MEHAN. You have this condition on you where you feel it is not a traditional poisoned condition, but you do feel poisoned. You're gonna take some more damage from that if you don't end that
Do I get to do
effect.
hit dice first?
It's part of your hit dice action if you want to end that poisoned effect.
Which one comes first?
So it's going to be
Yeah.
hit dice, and then the effect of the poisoned thing from last time, which will be 1d10 damage, and then it'll be your turn.
And then saving throw for shield of thing.
Oh, because of the...
Right.
Yes, 27 damage will be DC 13. So I'm going to send you a DC 13 con save as well for your Shield of Faith. Okay. In order to maintain concentration after that flame strike hit you, you have to roll that Constitution save. And it looks like a success. So you use 3 hit dice to heal. And are you using one to end the poison thing?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. So that's
I'm
4 hit dice total.
I can't. I'm having trouble moving. Can you move me just catty corner? So just from my place, if you go 1 square north and one over to the left.
To the left?
To the left.
So from there, you can actually see with 3/4 cover, but you can see Yorick standing on top of the sarcophagus.
Here. And I'm going to use my hasted action that I still have to chuck another one of these fireballs right at him. It's like, you like to play with fire? Have some for you. Right behind you.
Okay, so the fireball explodes right behind you, igniting these magical blue flames or fumes as well.
And then I get advantage on that. Yes. Nope.
So Yorick fails the saving throw, taking 13 damage.
Then I move in behind it. With my Warhammer raised.
And you move in just as the ball of flames disappears. You appear. "23 hits.
We're gonna rock. As I drop the hammer in for the first shot, I call to Bahamut for all of his power, rocking maximum.
Wow, that worked.
So for 15.
2d8, 15. Wow. Twice you've done that. Plus the damage from the Warhammer.
23, so that's 38 total.
23 was to hit.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, terrible damage. 11. 26,
So 11
13.
plus the 15 is 26. So yes, the DC 13 concentration save, but you're not concentrating on anything right now, so it doesn't matter.
Correct.
So you just take this divine smite attack after the fireball. Total from the reaction was 7. From the fireball was 13, so that's 20. Plus the 26, so 13 damage here. That'll be another 2 damage, right? But that's a total of 33.
Yeah.
To your 27. Are you moving it at all more?
As a bonus action, I'm going to move my Warhammer right up next to your...
Oh, you haven't used the bonus action yet.
If you can...
That's 20 feet there.
And the spiritual weapon, which has been pretty poor. I don't think it's hit once. Comes in for an attack. Misses.
It misses again. Okay, so the spiritual weapon swings wide, but you did connect with enough. 33 to your opponent's 27 this round, and the Lich looks over as the 4th score is scored in the end of round 5 for MEHAN. You have secured enough points. If both of you survive this match, you will be the victor. Yorick, you feel that you have 2 rounds to change that. And we go to round 6. With both Bodaks dead, YORRIK, you are up. As the hit dice move around your head. Means afraid of what?
Big spells. These fire spells have been hurting. I'm not confident I'm living through them. We'll see what YORRIK's gotten in store for him. He's concentrating hard over there. I can see it.
The Forge Cleric.
Can he do enough damage to kill me?
Did you freeze again?
Oh no, I'm just thinking.
He was concentrating hard over there.
I was joking, but
trying to figure out how to max his damage here.
I am going to cast. I'm going to reach into. I have like this little satchel on my side. I'm going to reach into it. Just pull out a handful of these misshapen ball bearings. And then I'm going to squeeze them. And then all of a sudden, they burst out of my hands. And cast Animate Objects. Place them all around him, like we did last time.
What is this?
And so you see, just like, I guess somehow the magic of this area changes them into these 20-sided round dice-like figures, similar to thing in the middle. So basically around you are 10 little D20s floating around your head.
This is going to take me just a second to set up.
You're good. You're good.
Because you're so close to them, you can just throw them up and they'll kind of settle. That's not a problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 3 of them can be above your head. Because they can go 4 per square, because they're tiny creatures. So that's kind of... I'm just going to like do a rough guide of what's happening.
What do these things do?
So as I like release them, I whisper, as my bonus action. And then should I roll their initiative?
Okay, so I just heard, as I release them, I whisper, as my bonus action.
Oh, I whisper, kill him.
Ah, okay.
Kill him.
Okay, so these radiant shards of metal form and like being folded, a flat sheet of steel almost like being folded, they twist and contort, and in violent little surges they reform into these 20-sided spheres and become animated around you. They are all their own creature, and they all have a shared initiative, which I will let you roll now, YORRIK.
Did I roll them all individually? Oh no.
I didn't mean to do that. How did you do that? What did you do?
I just clicked initiative.
Okay, that's fine. Just give me a minute.
If I can choose, I want it. If I could make it go right after me.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Jeez. Just roll a d20.
This is +4.
What's the spell that you're...
Animate objects.
Animate objects, yes. And he chose tiny creatures, so you can choose up to 10, or you can create up to 10 animated creatures that obey your command of kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, so they all just get to attack me then?
Well, it depends what their initiative is.
And so I rolled a 20 +4 is their initiative bonus, so 24.
Okay. You have rolled a 20 for their initiative, and so these animated dice, let's call them, we'll go in the initiative order at the top of the round before you next turn.
So with my movement, I'm going to try to get away and pray to my god. So
your action was to cast the spell.
Cast. Bonus action was command.
Command.
And then now I'm using my movement, so 5, and I'll let you try to hit. You can move me here.
Oh, so you're taking an opportunity attack? No problem. Actually, yep, that'll work. You can move there. Yep, there we go.
Okay, so op attack.
So yes, you can do an opportunity attack as he walks away.
What does he care? Because half damage. Oh, I got a target.
So the opportunity attack.
Ooh, critical fail.
Is not gonna hit. As you swing wide and lose your balance for a second as these dice are just surrounding you, spinning endlessly. And your opponent slips away. Did you want to move from there again?
Yes. Let's hope it doesn't crash the fucking server again. Okay, that was 5 feet. 10, 15, 20. Or this will be 20, and then let me. 20. Sneak right here.
So 25. Okay. So, MEHAN, round 6, your opponent has not damaged you yet, but these dice float around you.
No, I'm going to use one more hit die. 2 remaining. That was terrible. Am I technically? I'm in combat with these things. So if I move, they're gonna.
It appears to you that they are somewhat sentient and responding to your positioning around them.
So I'm gonna use my haste action, disengage.
Okay.
So I don't get attacks opportunity. Oh.
Okay, so you slip under in between these dice that were trying to cage you in as an action.
This is turn 6, right?
Yes, this is your turn 6, yeah.
We're gonna rock. Once again, I'm just gonna rip necklace off of me and chuck it.
Okay.
Calling to Bahamut once again, yelling, "You like fire? How about you get some?"
6th level. Oh.
6th level? No.
It just adds 1 because I threw all of them. So should be I threw 4, so it'll be 8 and then plus 3, 11.
So it starts at 3rd level and you threw 3 more?
Yeah.
So 3rd level,
I threw 4.
4th level, 5th level, 6th level. So that's right. That is correct, as this fireball explodes as a 6th level fireball with this necklace.
Okay. I am afraid that it is going to force dex saves from all of them.
Yep. Which some of them failed and some of them did not. Meaning that as this fireball explodes, some of them are reduced to 0. And because the fireball damage is 38, but on the save it only goes 19. So we have 1, 2 inside of the thing. 1, 2 are dead.
Only 2 died.
Yeah.
And I think he takes damage too because it goes down.
Yes. Oh, I get advantage on that dex save.
Oh, what happened there?
Taking some.
Are you making saves for them?
No, that was for me because it only rolled one for me. So I rolled my dex save again because I have advantage
You have advantage on dexterity saves.
on saves against magical effects.
Right. Okay. Exactly why is that?
If you take a close look at my shield, it is as soon as the fire hits it, it like starts to flare up. Like it physically glows brighter, and it seems to absorb some of the impact itself. Makes me move a little bit faster. Seems to help me resist magic somewhat.
And what is the DC? Is it 15?
15.
Fireball? Yeah. Okay, so these 4 creatures are going to be making saving throws as well. Normal. Ooh, one of them got a nat 20.
Oh.
And so 2 of them failed. So total, we've lost 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're out of initiative. I'll put this back in initiative. And it's supposed to be at 24. These animated objects are the bane of my existence right now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, It's looking like you may not have to deal with them anymore.
So, hold on though. 6 of them are remaining, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, and they're all damaged. So, and I think you still have them all selected as well, MEHAN. So, if you want to make sure that they're not all selected for other rolls and stuff that you do, that might be good.
That's the end of my turn as I chuck my fireball and move back with my back up against this outer ring. Looking at the scoreboard, I think I got this in the bag.
Okay.
How much did that do to me?
That's the next thing I gotta do. So you passed the second dexterity saving throw, taking half damage, which is halved again.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be 19 into 9, so you get 10 back, and took 9 damage from that. And then what happened here with this +7? Did you roll?
Oh, yeah, that's my bonus action, my second wind, my fighter ability. So I just got 7 health back.
Oh, okay. So bonus action. That
Yep,
works.
and now I'm done.
Okay. So total damage that round to your opponent was 9. The 6th round for me, well, that's another score, I believe. As YORRIK did not do any damage in round 6. So it's now 5-1. And we go into the 7th round with your dice spinning.
I think they have a movement of 30.
They have a movement of 30 feet, yeah.
So I will get them as close to this man as they can be.
So some of these ones are potentially, because of the way that I took them out of combat, versus the fireball, the ones that were up 10 feet would probably be the most likely to get hit the hardest, because it's a fireball. The ones that are down near the coffin would have survived. So I'm going to say 2 of them would still be able to reach you within that, because they're 35 away where they are here, but if 2 of them were over here, then on this side at all, because I deleted them all from one side. So you would be able to have 2 of them reach him.
That's fair enough to me.
If they all are going to kill him, as they say.
Yes, they are.
As they do, you have a reaction if you want to use it.
I do?
It's round 7 now. You've gone on your turn and not used your reaction yet.
Oh. Yeah. I get to swipe at one of them?
Tiny creatures provide an attack of opportunity when they come close to you.
Love it. Yeah, we'll hit them. I guess I'll just target any. There it came through. 12 damage.
Yeah. So 29 hits them. 12 damage. It only had 1 life left, so one of them disappears.
It only had 1. Oh, if only I would have rolled. I had 1 more fireball. I could have killed them all.
Okay, so Yorick, your one dice is now in combat with him.
Yes, I wanted to attack him.
Oh, from a 1
Oh,
to
that
a
was
19,
so close to it.
a 27, and it misses.
It misses.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, my armor class is 28. Yep. You got a crit.
With those guys, you got a crit. Wow.
I respect. I see, sir.
That's a literally walking tank that these things are trying to penetrate. Okay, so that's the dice action. It is Yorick's turn as round 7 starts for Yorick, and you have hit dice floating around your head.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at the highest level I can, which I think is 4th level. And pray that he fails this.
Do you want me to cast it for you?
I got it.
Oh, nice. Excellent. Hearing these whispers come at you again. The 6d6 for only 15 damage. But you're able to make a save.
Oh! Damn it. So close.
So close.
Would it make me run away into the...
Yes.
I can avoid dangerous areas.
It's obviously dangerous, and it's not obviously dangerous at the moment.
Yeah, it's not obviously dangerous right now. It's just...
Shenanigans.
It's
Damn it.
cautionary, but not definitely dangerous.
I succeed.
But yeah, you succeeded. So you hold. What goes through your brain as you resist this one last time?
Once again, I'm poking at my ear, thinking that there's something in it, or maybe I can't quite clearly hear Bahamut trying to congratulate me on my imminent victory.
Okay, and then so you still have a bonus action, Yorick, I believe.
How can I make this cool? With my bonus action, I am going to... You know what? I'm gonna face like a man. I'm just going to stand there, shield at the ready, and just looking with the deepest hate you've ever seen in your life right at you. And he's just standing there.
With
and
this look of
I
hatred.
reach behind me and I slam the thing and I summon whatever comes out. CR3.
Okay. As you're doing so, make an intelligence check for me to see which of these two sarcophagi this creature is going to come out of. You can choose if you get 13 or higher. Oh, look at that. So you can choose which sarcophagi that this creature comes out of.
I'm at this one right here.
So for the bottom one. Okay. And as you choose that, the stone surface of this thing, it for a second just kind of shakes and twists a little bit. And then the next thing you know, it's thrown way off in the distance. And a spiritual skeletal creature starts lumbering out of the coffin and stands right here at the ready. It rolls initiative of 21. So it is not going to get to go this turn, unfortunately. Yorick, it appears your bonus action, although this thing starts moving towards MEHAN, it's not fast enough. It's not ready to do battle yet between your turn or after his or anything this round, so it'll not get a chance to go, unfortunately. Sorry about that. MEHAN, has the dice move back towards you.
Yeah, this is the 7th round, isn't it?
This is the 7th round, yeah. So
All right. I'm going to use my haste action to disengage. Over here. This over here.
okay, so just so you know, you're only engaged in combat with one of those things.
Oh,
And so if you were to move past them, you would definitely be giving them attacks of opportunity.
let me readjust my.
Because only one of them could attack, or two of them could attack you, and you hit one of them with your Warhammer last time. On their last turn. Wow, that thing, the skeletal owl there you summoned, rolled a 20 for initiative. Like, come on. It needed
Only
to
I
roll.
rolled it myself.
It needed to roll under 12. Oh, you should actually have rolled that yourself. That's on. To be honest, you should have. You can roll. Please roll a d20.
No.
Still too high.
Does it happen to have a -3?
It has a plus one.
Initiative?
It has a plus
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was rooting for you. That'd have been cool.
Ugh.
Dice are not with you there. Literally, the dice are not with you. But yeah, as you move by that, one of them is going to get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I did my best. It was just messed up, but I moved catty corner along the stairs, and
Oh, okay.
but you can do an attack of opportunity.
A pity attack of opportunity? Oh, a 19.
Damn it.
I'm trying to attack the owl bear.
Another.
There it did the
There it is.
damage.
31 for 12 damage.
Yeah, but I'm gonna add my divine smite into
Oh, okay.
that.
And that's bludgeoning. That's a bludgeoning damage. So it's going to be
19.
what? No, that's wrong. Oh, it is undead.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. So it is 19 plus 24.
Still up.
It is still up.
In.
But it is definitely looking hurt now. This thing is because your hammer absolutely crushes through this thing's bones. Oh wow, another hit. Is it more than 8 damage? If so, how do you want to do this? Because that's bludgeoning. It's going to double that against this creature.
So I walk up on it, laughing as I double tap this thing into oblivion. And as its corpse is falling, I continue my movement right up next to our buddy who's given me the glare eyes.
Wow.
I salute him.
I can.
For a
I'll use my
battle well
reaction.
done.
I'll use my reaction to reach out my hand to shake yours.
I will do that as well.
And then my body said no.
Bring it!
And the
It's a
lich,
wound.
the lich has this moment of like, no! Seeing you guys about to shake hands. And that's when you feel the barricades start to come down. The magic that brought you here is receding. The portals are opening back up, and as the scorecard is set 5-1 still, even though this round is still technically not over, it's over enough for him, and he doesn't want to see any more of this hand-shaking business. As just before you get the hand-on-hand, you are being sucked back to your realms where you started. We have MEHAN in the final now. And, oh, we deleted a pillar somehow. I'll get on that. But yeah, Congratulations, Mehan. That is a tank you have built, and the hit dice can stop spinning, and the warhammer or the spiritual weapon can stop spiritual weaponing. And so Cole, unfortunately, as you've heard from the two people that you've eliminated at this point, you will be invited back because one loss is not enough. And the Lich would like to see your efforts again, as you will be invited back for the Tournament of Vengeance, where you will be able to compete for the chance to defeat this tournament's champion. And so, Mehan, you'll be moving on. The next round will be you'll get to keep the magic items of your opponent and sell them back. Give me a persuasion check. I will request that roll from you now, from the merchant. You know the deal. So depending on this roll, it'll give you a different percentage of sell back to 13. That is good for 50%.
Oh, terrible. I have +8 to...
So, from me, guess you now find in your possession a +2 Amulet of the Devout, which is good for you, a Ring of Spell Storing, and a Spell Guard Shield.
Ring of Spell Storing?
Ring of Protection.
Oh, Ring of Protection, yeah, sorry.
Protection.
I'll just put them in your inventory, in your character sheet.
Okay.
Ring of Protection, Spell Guard Shield, Amulet of Devout, and armor that disappears when you try to take it.
Yeah.
I hate to see it end for you here, but you did a great job to get here, Cole.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad to hear that, because I really appreciate all your effort and everything you've done to make sure this is good times. And I would love to see your character back again. What do you guys like? Obviously, AC is a big part of this one. And a Warhammer +3.
Mm-hmm.
That was, did you have like reactions and stuff?
Me?
YORRIK? Yeah.
So, no, which is the weakness. I would say one of the big weaknesses of this character is he does not have reactions. For my magic items, actually, I thought about getting a Sapphire something. It's from the new Fizban's book. It's a shield that gives you resistance to psychic and thunder damage, but also gives you a reaction to cause damage to melee characters. But I figured advantage on saving throws was probably a little bit better use of my
guard shield, right.
Yeah.
But the Divine Smite doesn't use saving throws.
Yes, unfortunately. Nor is it a spell attack. But
that one
yeah.
really made a difference, I think. The Divine Smite, like being able to pump up the damage when you needed
Yeah.
to. That was a very keen mechanic for Paladin in this system. And that Necklace of Fireballs too. That did it.
That hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, that's only the last two.
It's definitely a good consumable. That's for sure.
It's not bad.
You have to roll for how many you get every time you take it. And so the first time you rolled maximum fireballs, but this time it was only a 2, I think you rolled on the d6, or it gave you an extra 2, so it's like 1d6 plus 5 or something. Levels? Yeah, I think that was it, right?
And 1d6 plus 3.
So you had 5 fireballs?
This time I had 5. I threw 1 at the very first turn, and then I threw all 4 trying to kill those stupid little girls. But I only did 19. I guess they had 20 HP?
They had 20, and some of them failed, but some of them passed, so the 19...
Yeah.
It was half.
If I would have done 1 more damage, they all would have died, even on a pass.
2 more damage, yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 more on the 8 or 9, 10, 11 d6. Yeah, that's crazy.
That AC, I thought about big spells like Inflict Wounds and Guiding Bolt, but I knew that you were going to have a high AC already, and then you doubled it up with Haste and then Shield of Faith. So I'm like, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to get enough of these off. So I was not expecting you to have as high of a Wisdom save as you did.
Oh yeah, man.
I forgot. Y'all have proficiency, right?
Yeah, well, and +4
The
to
aura,
all saving throws.
the
Yeah.
aura for the paladin is pretty deadly too.
Yeah.
It takes some serious thinking to defeat a paladin in this system,
Does.
but it's not impossible. I had a good time watching that. It could have gone anybody's way because you had some really big hits with the flame strike, and like you had him down to, what was it, like 7 health?
Oh,
Yeah. And so it was, if you had taken 7 more health with the flame strike, or with
Yeah.
something else before that, or with that for the bonus action, or for the action cantrip, that wasn't.
yeah. If I had thought that through, I would have done Toll the Dead. But I forgot how to do math, and so I couldn't reach the Bodak with that AOE.
Right.
Yeah.
But you accidentally hurt your opponent more than the Bodak.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. But no, I really that was a big round actually that sort of shifted things, because that would have made him use the last of his hit dice all at once. And so then if you did get a knockout, you would have been able to continue it from there. But
Yeah, I still had my lay on hands for 45.
That
right. But that's an action.
It is, so I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Right, so it's the score changes to 3-3 at the end instead of 5-1, right? You guys have both built some really cool characters.
All right. To be honest, I didn't expect to live this long. I think a couple dice went my way on this fight, and a couple dice his way or a couple dice my way would have been a much different.
Right.
Yeah, I thought I was prepared to lose the very first round. I knew that animate objects, if I gotten up sooner, I think it would have been different. But also, that hasted disengage action is really useful.
Yeah, well, and I could have ran away, but I was thinking I might, instead of doing the fireball, I was thinking about dispelling, but I think I had to roll for it.
Yeah,
because it's a 5th level spell, so I would have to roll a 15.
but this was a lot of fun. Good luck on whenever the game is. I hope to see you again, or if somehow you lose to a much easier opponent, I hope to see them again. Again, I'm bad at math, so
well, you did
we saw
great.
that twice.
You did great today, and in this whole tournament. So, thank you for bringing our Southern Dwarf to our challenge, and
Yes, sir.
YORRIK will definitely be invited back by the Lich for the Tournament of Vengeance.
Well, I hope to see you again. The final. Get some revenge. Each
I
other.
hope not. That was a tough one.
You never know.